Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I had to put on my reaching hat. Hear me out. Hi guys, thank you for clicking. This is an emergency video. I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase because I want to record it and upload it as soon as possible. I was minding my business tonight and I stumbled upon this transcript. I just now saw it. I don't know if Anyway, I just now saw it, and it is the transcript of Robb Woods, who is the prosecution in the Lori Vallow case, talking to Summer Shiflet, which is Lori's sister. Okay, so let's get into it. On of the ones kind of running down the kids' case because they were last seen in Rexburg and or were last living in Rexburg. Tylee was last seen in Yellowstone, but Summer, right, Wood. And so we were the ones that knew everything about the case, so they assigned us on that. I'm just going to tell you right now, we are going to be filing conspiracy to commit murder charges for both Chad and Lori. Finally! Oh, Garrett, okay, Wood. And we're not shy about that. We've told both attorneys. His attorney keeps pretending like I've never said that. What? But we have to. But I kind of want to give you a little bit of background of where we are and kind of like our kind of theory of how this ended up where it is. We know that this is not the same Lori everyone else knew. What's so strange to me is everyone we talked to who knew Lori before this, you see, she was primary president. She made quilts for these kids. She made everything fun. Everyone loved her. She loved everyone. Summer, great mom. Respectfully disagree. Prosecutor Robb Wood, great mother. That's what everyone says. And you know, great actress. And you know, so one thing I'm going to kind of ask you to consider, maybe something happened. I don't know what. I don't know if it was psychological. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know. But something happened. And I think Colby, the way he said it to me, I think is kind of the person who is in that jail, he said, is not my mom. It's someone else. Summer says, yeah. Wood, on the flip side of that is, I shouldn't say the flip side, but I want to be clear. I'm not going to pull any punches on any defendant in this case, right? I've got my job to do, and Summer, absolutely, Wood. But we also want the truth, the whole truth, and the context of it. And Chad Daybell is, did you ever meet Chad? Summer. So I met him once at a preparing people. I went to one preparing people thing. Oh. Wood, okay. Summer, and with my mom and husband, and I went to support Lori. Oh, so they all went. And she wanted to support Mel. So we went and met Chad, and he talked for like 90 seconds maybe, if that. And then he called me when Lori got transferred to the Idaho jail. He texted me and said Lori wanted to talk to me, and I was like, yeah. And then the second I hung up with her, he called me and asked me about bail. Wood, Summer, for Lori, so bail for Lori. So I've talked to him maybe 3 times briefly on the phone, never a long extended conversation, but the first thing he said to me when he called me was that he said that Lori hasn't told me very much about the kids, so there's not really much I can tell you about it. Wood, oh, okay, of course he said that. Summer, Wood, well, welcome to Chad Daybell. So what I want, Summer, I have my own opinions. Him, don't get me wrong. Wood, I bet you do. He's highly manipulative. Summer, yes he is. Wood, I'm not going to say he's highly intelligent, but you don't have to be highly intelligent to be highly manipulative. Summer, absolutely. Wood, he is extremely manipulative, and you know your sister manipulated him in some ways too, but the context for everything that happened came from Chad. Summer, absolutely. Wood, and unfortunately we have enough evidence to prosecute him, we do, but the case against your sister is stronger. But I kind of just want to give you like just that background. That's the kind of context that we see. This guy came in here and, you know, not making excuses for anyone, but kind of blew up the situation, and he did not care who died. Summer, Wood, who got hurt, he did not care at all. And the other thing I can tell you is your sister truly believes that everything she's done has been done in righteousness. Summer, I know. Wood, I know I'm kind of using LDS speak. Garrett, yeah. Summer, 100%, that's my interpretation too. I think she 100% believes. Wood, she believes it. Summer, Wood, every once in a while you'll see kind of a little crack in like a jail phone call, but Summer, well, you've heard our conversations too. You know that I get that she's not fully aware of what she's really done. Wood, right? Yeah. Summer, I don't think she is. Wood, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say this. I think she knows what she's done. Summer, she knew enough to lie to us about it. Wood, right? Yeah, but the context under which it was done was this religious, just these ideas were out there. I can say this because I am LDS. Had no, so Wood is LDS too. Had no basis in the LDS faith. You know, and you said it in her phone calls to her. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. And we, you know, again, we're just really grateful for you coming in, and it's going to be hard to talk about these things. Summer, oh yeah. Wood, we know that, and they're going to be, you know, you're not being a person of interest. Garrett, yeah, we've had that conversation. So Wood, but part of what we need to do is understand, well, when you have a case like this, it's not just like a meth case. I probably had meth and nobody cares who you are. Summer, no, there's no drugs, no alcohol. It's just Wood. But this case is, we need to understand the context of who these people are. And so that's a lot of what they're going to be asking about. Summer, okay, I'll do my best. I mean, Wood, like I said, it won't be easy. I know it's going to be a hard interview. Summer, I was wondering if you would be willing to if you're able to tell me if there's any progress in what you know about Tylee and her death, but is there any progress in her autopsy where you understand better? Wood, all I can tell, well, Summer, I mean, do you have a cause yet, or is it close to one? Wood, she is at the FBI State of Art Crime Lab. Unfortunately, there's a lot of deceased bodies there that they're going through. Summer, oh, I'm sure. Wood, and so we don't really anymore yet. We may never know due to the destruction of that body. And yeah, we hope we'll find out. We may not, but obviously we know it's her. There was soft tissue that was still preserved enough to do DNA tests. Summer, yeah, the way you guys found them, like we wouldn't have ever known. Garrett, yeah. Summer, and I would have never dreamed that she would ever hurt them. So Wood, you know what? And everyone says that. Wood, that's what everyone says. Everyone says that. I never would have had. So it's a tragic thing. Summer, it really is, yeah. But I just want you to know how grateful we are. I want you to know you don't have to talk to us. And so we're just grateful you're willing to help us in that way. And it's, I'm sure, kind of difficult knowing that they're asking for information that's going to help them in the case against your sister. But I guess the thing I want you to know is our whole goal is just justice for these kids. Summer, yeah. Wood, and we mean our hope. Our hope is it comes to it. Your sister's actually made some overtures that she might be willing to talk to us. Summer, I hope she does. I pray for that all the time. Wood, we hope she does. She actually was talking with Chad about talking with us about before we found the bodies, just a few days before, and he talked her out of it. Summer, Wood, which is too bad. It would have been better for her to tell us. Garrett, yeah, sure, it would have been. Summer, I agree. Wood, I mean, we were actually just finishing up our warrant on the date she said that. We were just getting ready to go out that day. That would have been even better, and he talked her out of it. Summer, yeah. Wood, and the night before she says to him again, like, what do you think about, you know, and he uses this kind of, I call it spiritual abuse, spiritual manipulation. Summer, yeah. Wood, we've all seen that guy in the LDS religion whose wife has to obey him because he is the priesthood type thing. And that's not what it says, but it's the same type of thing. Garrett, Wood, well, I'm the visionary guy, so you know. So anyway, again, I just wanted to meet with you real quick and introduce myself and Mackenzie. Summer, I would have obviously seen you. Wood, yes, yeah. Summer, but I don't take joy in doing anything that's going to harm her. I don't take joy in her spending her life in prison. There's nothing. Wood, sure. Summer, it hurts to think about her being in there. Wood, there's nothing good about this case like this. Summer, there's nothing good about it. Wood, and you know what? Even if you win a case, like Garrett's been in court, like there's cases, you know, as a prosecutor, like you take to trial and you win, and you're like, even at the end, you're like, well, nothing good it's all bad. Garrett, yeah. Summer, it's all bad. Wood, I said this to someone the other day, you know, who knows your sister. Our goal is sometimes you get murder and all you have is that murder, and you just have to run out and charge it, and then you kind of put it together. We were able to put them in jail with high bail on these lower charges and put together a case. Now our goal is to have such a strong case that when she has competent counsel, I don't know if you know this, her attorney has never handled a felony before. Summer, Would, he's never done any meaningful criminal work at all, and he doesn't know what he's doing. He's a nice guy. Yeah, I met him. Would, other than when he's lying about me, but he's, sorry if I'm like stuttering, that's how the text reads. But he doesn't know what he's doing, and once we file further charges, she'll be appointed counsel, and who will know what they're doing. And our goal is to put together such a case that they're smart enough to say, it's going to be better to talk. Summer, would, you know, and I think we are, make it easier for everyone, make it easier, especially, you know, for Colby. If there's someone who's lost everything, it's him. So anyway, I mainly just want to thank you for coming in and being with us. Summer, it's weird to be on the prosecution and defense side at the same time because I love everybody. Would, well, you know, it's a system. I did defense work for I did it for 5 years, and I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of fun. Garrett, I like defending. Garrett is, I guess, the defense attorney. Would, and you gave me that perspective right away. Just because someone's committed a crime doesn't mean they're a horrible person. Summer, so I'm so torn with all it's just a conflicting feeling to know that this person's been good her whole life and then has made this error in judgment and got sucked into this vortex of this man. I respectfully disagree. I've done videos on court documents from when Lori had Tylee as a baby before she ever met Chad. And just based on the court documents, she was not this wonderful mother that they're talking about, okay? Again, my conspiracy, I'm not wearing my tinfoil hat. Allegedly, don't sue me. Would, Summer, and I feel for her. I just have so much compassion towards her because I know that's not what she would have ever done on her own. Would, right, Summer. And so she has to pay the price for this forever, and I hate that for her. So I'm very conflicted, but I was going to ask you on the concealment, or not the concealment, but on the conspiracy to commit murder, what's the weight of that in terms of judgment? Is that a death penalty kind of thing? Would, it is a death penalty case in Idaho. Summer, are you planning to ask for them or do you not want to? Would, we sure hope we don't. A lot of that will depend on her. Summer, okay. Would, and it's that not a decision, or that a decision we don't make actually until after a case is filed. Summer, okay. Would, and we have a couple of months because a lot of times when you file it, it's out there on the table. Oftentimes that's a big motivator for people to get together and talk and try to resolve it, and that's what we hope happens. I have no desire to do that. Plus, once you do that, it's endless appeals. Garrett, yeah. Would, I don't think the other family wants it at all because Garrett, prolongs it. Would, the case just never resolves. Garrett, yeah. Would, it just kind of, well, you appeal this, then you appeal that, and it can go on forever, and we're sure hoping not to go down that route. Now, I'm not saying I won't. If we look at the trial, I might, but we haven't made up our minds on that. Summer, okay. Would, we really don't want to. Can tell you that from the bottom of my heart. Summer, knowing her, if she comes out of this state and realizes the weight of it, she may prefer that, honestly. I think about that all the time with her just because of what she's been through. I just can't. Would, I know you know a lot more about Lori than I do, but we've learned a lot about Lori. And there's been some things happen in her life, I think, that play into this. Summer, oh, definitely. Would, and but we, like I said, I talk of having a one-way a little bit, but I want you to know that I have no desire to. Summer, yeah, I think you see it for what it is. Would, yeah, it's not a Summer. I don't know how you couldn't with interviewing everybody. Would, well, it's, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, I was there in Hawaii when that order to produce the children was served, and I was there when they served the search warrants for when the news showed up, which I was super annoyed by that. I never want. It just blows everything upright. And at that moment when we saw them, because your sister can put on a brave face, Summer, oh yeah. Would, we were like, oh, does this guy know what he's gotten into? Summer, Would, and just because she was just very stoic, very like, I'm not going to say a word. He looked like he was about to pee his pants because he's actually a wimpy person. I totally agree. He is such a wimp compared to Lori. Summer, Sorry, Summer, yeah. Would, he wimpy? Yeah. Summer, yeah. Would, he's great if he has someone else to do something for him, like Alex Cox. But he himself is a wimpy person. And at the time, they were like, this is all her. Like, how is she manipulating this guy? But once we dug into the that was the beginning. As we're like starting to get facts, we got more facts like, oh, again, I'm not gonna pull punches if I have to go to trial, but these ideas came from him. Summer, oh yeah. Wood, and she had some different views on theology and standard LDS by that point, but he really knew how to manipulate that and turn it into something even more. Summer, his influence was there before she met him. Wood, yes, she was reading his books for Summer. It wasn't just his books, so it was like the Julie Rowe podcasts. In my I Joined a Vow video, we talk a little bit about Julie Rowe. Wood, oh yes. Summer, he gave Julie Rowe a lot of her ideas, and so when she would listen to Julie Rowe, she was getting to Chad's ideas too by listening to this. Damn, they know a lot more about all this than I thought they did. Well, I'm reading this live for the first time with you guys. Wood, yeah, oh yeah, Julie Rowe, she's interesting. Summer, I've heard some of her podcasts when she started talking about herself in the third person all the time. I'm like, Wood, yeah, I've listened to her podcast as well. Interesting stuff. Garrett doesn't like when people talk about themselves in the third person. So that's Garrett talking about himself in the third person. Wood, well, and we'll let you know, we'll let you get going and we can start on this. Garrett, okay. Summer, I was gonna see if you guys wanted some wristbands to take back with you. These are wristbands I had made up for Tylee and JJ. Wood, oh I would. Wood, oh I would. Garrett, take as many as you want. Summer, give them to everybody. Wood, I'll tell you what. Summer, if you want them, we just would, yeah. Summer, we did it where? Wood, they've got a couple of wristbands for, let's see, there's Ron, Ray. Summer, you could just take the whole bag with you. That's fine, just take them. Wood, oh, do you have more of these? Summer, oh, I have plenty more. Wood, oh, okay. Garrett, you can't order these in 100, so. Summer, I have many hundreds. I started off just doing them for Tylee and JJ's friends and teachers. We wear ours all the time, so just keep them close. Wood, thank you. Summer, yeah. Wood, sorry. Summer, it's fine. Garrett, it's an emotional thing. Wood, you know, it's interesting how you can in Rexburg. Those kids weren't there very long, but they're our kids. Oh. Garrett, yeah. Summer, anytime there's kids involved, it's not okay. Wood, so thank you. Garrett, there's not one of us that doesn't want to protect the kids. Wood, right. Garrett, for sure. Wood, all right, well, I'll call or text if you need. I don't know how long this. Would you mind if we sit down and talk to you? Any breaks you need? Anything. Garrett, I'll run over it. I've run over it, you bet. I told her if she has questions, she can ask me or use the bathroom or we'll shut it down. And Summer, thank you. Garrett, do all that. So sorry, they're like talking over each other, so it's kind of like disjointed when I'm reading each person. Summer, nice to meet you. And that is the transcript. Damn, kind of depressing, right? So that's it. Tell me what you guys think. If you're new to my channel, hi. I usually wear a tinfoil hat that says hear me out, but today I'm wearing a Santa hat that says hear me out. I shouldn't make it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you don't, whatever, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.